Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. To all the guys that subscribed to our channel and liked it and shared it and has been interacting with us, we thank you. This here is the iconic E30 333i. So in South Africa, everybody knows the 325 IS as the iconic vehicle. Yes, it is iconic, but there's a lot of people that forget about the 333s, and there's a lot of people that actually don't know about the 333s. So I'm here to show you and to try and inform you or educate you for the parts that you guys don't know, or maybe some people don't know nothing at all regarding them. The E30 started off as a chrome bumper, right? So they've only been in development between 1985 and 1987. The 333s came about with, it was basically built in South Africa. The idea came up in South Africa as well. During that era, the E30 M3 was produced, but it was not produced in South Africa. So South Africans said, okay, fine, we don't have the M3 here basically. The IS wasn't in development as yet. Let's build our own M3. So this is actually the South African M3. But there's a few changes to it, right? There's a few different, this car was, there was nothing really available for the 333 as such. So this car was put together with basically whatever was available back then, whatever they could find and whatever they could scrounge together and put together. So there's not a lot of information about these vehicles. There's not a lot of information about what's gone into them, what they're running and so on like that. A lot of people don't know that. So we have to always question the likes of Uncle Sean at Tuntech, your Boetie Butlers. There's a few guys that's back then, your Marek, your Alec from Evolution 2, and there's a lot of guys that I'm not mentioning. Mac as well, he's got a lot of knowledge on these cars here. And you've got to actually pick each other's brains, and you'll find that we're phoning each other back and forth because no one actually has a rule book on a 333i. So this is the information that we've accomplished, that we've got so far, and we try to document it and basically get it into some sort of database, right? So there's a lot of people, there's some guys that have information, we don't know about them, and they hold on to that information. There's some guys that share the information like you can't believe because they actually enjoy the passion behind it. So when they see somebody doing a documentary or a build or a restore, they want to see the cars revived. Remember, there was only 204 made of them, right? To date, we can only find about 20 of these cars. So we don't know where the rest are. We don't know if they've been, there's a lot that's been exported. So this guy is wanted overseas because overseas never got it. South Africa was the only one with it. The same like how we want the E30 M3, they want the 333i. So this is the difference with the different vehicles, or the 325 IS, the M3 and the 333. So unlike the 325 IS, which everybody knows that vehicle in and out, or almost in and out. You got the Evo 1, you got the Evo 2s there, right? You got the 2.5s, you got the 2.7s. The 333 has, it doesn't have the M20 motor. These things came out with the M30 B33s or B32s actually. It's actually a 3.2 liter. So it's got an 89mm bore. It's not a low compression motor, but it's a torquey motor. So this is known as the big six of the 6 cylinders. They came with they came in the 333s as well. They came in the E30 M3s. Then the dogleg gearbox is a very short ratio gearbox. So BM then went and said, okay, fine, to compensate for those legs, we're going to give you a longer ratio diff on it, as to the M3, which has a 346 ratio. These here came with a 293 ratio diff. Then Alpina got involved as well, and there's a few Alpina butts to the car. So your radiator, because the motor's pushed so far forward, right? At that point in time, they couldn't get a radiator into the car. So they went for a smaller radiator. So these cars battled a lot with overheating, right? It was a huge issue on these cars. And you'll find a lot of the cars that you find, it's either cracked blocks, cracked heads. The radiators are always changed. It's how it is. But the radiator was an Alpina unit. So the radiator, your 2 engine brackets, your intake manifold, your cross member, your vent gauge, your speedo cluster, And there's a couple of other items here and there. Oh, and the discs. So your rotors were Alpina items. They are stamped Alpina on there. They're bigger than your IS. It's a 296mm on there. Then your calipers are also bigger than the IS. It's basically unique. You cannot interchange 325 IS or 325i with the front of the 333. That is unique. Then the other options that came with the car, right? Because of the space of the motor, you were not able to run power steering and aircon like the 325s, like all the other cars. So you had an option basically. So how to distinguish the two cars? If you ran power steering, they came with fog lights. If you ran aircon, they came with grills in place of the fog lights. Then there was your ABS was an option as well. That was an optional extra. So you, when you bought the vehicles, you could ask them, yes, I would like an ABS vehicle or a non-ABS vehicle. Sunroofs were also an option. So this is number two. Number two does not have a sunroof. I think we've got some decent knowledge on the 333s, because out of the 204 vehicles, we are privileged to actually have 7 of these vehicles at our shop. 8 which will be including the tribute vehicle or our replica that I've shown you. Based from the 323 bodies, they were built from there, but the tags are obviously 333s. So the tags always started with the numbers of the vehicles and then whatever the rest, carried on. So we're going to go through this vehicle. We're going to go through this vehicle and I'm going to show you the differences. And I hope that after this episode, I hope that it's informative to you guys. I hope that you enjoy the episode, because there's a big difference in driving the 333i as to the IS. So there's a few buddies of mine, Nishar, one of them, that's the first person to come to mind quickly. And we'd always talk about the 333s, right? And I would always boast about them and brag about them, because even though it's a replica, but it's an identical replica of the 333. So the drive is the same, the engine is the same, everything in the vehicle is the same as a 333. And I got to love the 333s based on that vehicle there. So a lot of people would tell me, yeah, the M30s these cars were nose heavy, these cars were lazy, they were dogs. They're wrong. This here is actually a fun car to drive. It's a totally different vehicle to drive as to the 325i, as to the M20 cars, let me call it that. The M3, I've never driven one as yet. We will have one soon or later in the year, and I will be able to update you on that. But for now, there are two different genres of vehicles. They're two different eras of vehicles. You cannot compare them. The 325IS is a head turner. That car is a fun car to drive. It's a different ball game. The 333, you'll actually see when you drive a 333, right? There's only certain people that will actually recognize the vehicle, that even though it's marked 333 at the back, there is only a certain amount of people that will actually recognize a vehicle and then look at it and admire it. As to an IS, whether it's an IS or not, but if it's got an MTEC 2 kit on it, you'll see it a mile away, and everybody goes crazy on that. So I would like to take you guys for a drive in the 333. I know it's not first-hand experience, but it's something better than. Sorry, I'm just greeting you. It's something better than just seeing it on picture, right? This is the best we can get. Some more info on number 2. Number 2 is basically an original vehicle. There's been a couple of touch-ups to the vehicle here and there, right? I do think that the motor was done, the exhaust was done. I see a little bit of overspray here, so I think the car was patched up here and there, which you don't believe. I don't blame people. The car is 35 years old, and we picked the car up in Durban. We flew down last month, and we actually picked up 3 333s. I would have loved to do the vlog on that for you, because when I went into this guy's garage, it was like wow. There was actually 4 333s in the garage. Unfortunately, I couldn't, due to personal reasons, from the guy that we brought. The guy that we bought the cars from. But anyway, they're here now. So I would like to start this year as well and carry on with this year, as this year is number 2. If we get number 1, if I'm ever able to drive number 1, I will do a vlog on it as well. I would like to take you guys through each and every one of the 333s. So the current ones that we've got in the shop now is number 2, number 6, number 27, number 1, there's number 150s, number 160s, and there's 148. So I'm missing a couple here, but I will get them. You'll see as they come back from the paint shops, I'll be able to remember the numbers, or I'll tell you guys the numbers. And we want to start doing documentaries on them. So we'll do virtual documentaries on them from there. Anyway guys, let's go through the vehicle. Enough talking. Let me take you through the vehicle, show you guys what the 333s are made of, and then we're going to do a test drive, and I hope you enjoy the channel or enjoy the show. So guys, I'm going to get behind the camera now, and we're just going to go through the vehicle, right? So firstly, let's start off here. So 333s, this is the original Alpinas. There is caps that come over the locks. They're missing. This is not the original disc on the car. I've got a set of discs for them, but the calipers are the originals. Bigger calipers, bigger discs, Alpina wheels, 16-inch wheels. That's from the factory. Then we have, again, I showed you guys now, this is an aircon vehicle, not a power steering vehicle. So we have the grills in place of the fog lights. As for engine, you'll see there's a couple of Alpina items here. So your intake boot, the radiator, the airbox is different. That is unique as well. They came with a Alpina sticker, but those stickers are under, what's the name? Then your Alpina on the intake, your Alpina on the left and right engine brackets. Your water bottle is basically moved to that side there. This is a aircon car, so this is you'll see the aircon pump, instead of it being on the driver's side, is actually on the passenger side. So the pipes are running all the way across. The brackets are different. It's a headache. They never came out with the strap braces. This was put in afterwards. So this car needs some TLC, but it's a survivor vehicle from the car. Let's take a walk around here quickly. I'm just going to show you. So there's a couple of things that we'd like to change, like your water pipes here. These here, the car did not come with these pipes, and you'll see that it's actually run the wrong way. But that's minor things to sort out. I would have liked to, okay, this car's got a branch. Prefer these cars coming with a branch on there. This bracket is a wrong bracket. They don't come with this bracket on. Then we're going to move over to the obviously the MTech 1 kit, right? Everybody knows the MTech 1 kit, but they never came with the M5 boot spoiler. Everybody mistakes it. These guys came with a normal E30 325 boot spoiler. Then if you go to the interior of the car, so the white cars, remember there were 4 colors in the 333s. We'll chat more about that now. So you've got your Alpina on the cluster, and that reads through to 260, right? And then you've got the vent gauge in there. Obviously the giveaway is your stripes and your 333 badge. So guys, let's do this here. Let's go for a drive in the vehicle. Let me take you through. If you're coming from a normal vehicle, this car gets a bit challenging. I'll show you now with the dog leg. I showed you guys on the 635 as well, but you actually get used to it, and it actually becomes second nature. So let's take a drive on the vehicle. I've got my daughter here with me. She's shy of the camera. Now she makes like she can't hear me. She's going to be sitting in the back and taking a video of us. And yeah, hope you enjoy the episode. Okay, so guys, here we've started the car up. You'll hear that this guy's got a bit of a cam. So the M30s normally have a much more refined tone, right? But as you can hear the exhaust on here. The number 148 has actually got a much nicer tone. It's almost like a M20 tinish tone, and a very nice tone. This has got a more deeper tone on it. So anyway, we're going to take a drive through now. Again, dogleg gearbox. Remember, these E30s here, these were basically the only E30s. Like I said, I've never sat in a E30 M3. We always know the M40s, M10s and the M20s. They all came with viscous fins. This was the first E30 in South Africa to come out with an electric fan because of the space in between the motor and the radiator. So anyway, here she goes. So this guy's actually, he develops a mist once the fans come on. I'm going to troubleshoot that on this vehicle. But she's nice, she's smooth. Again, she's a different drive. She's a totally different drive to the IS's. It's a much more calmer drive, if I can say it that way. It's a much more calmer drive, yes, to the IS's. IS's you can cruise, yes, but you know, in South African terms, we're going to call it fun, meaning where you almost want to boast about the vehicle, you almost want to brag about the vehicle. actually ice white. Then you got the Hannah reds, you got the Aero silvers. Our tribute vehicle is the Aero silver vehicle, and then you got the black. So the whites came with black interior as well as the navy blue. The Aero silvers came with tan or cream interior as well as the tan, oh no, not tan, it came with cream, blue and black. That's the interiors they came with, right? It's very seldom that you see black interiors. They mostly came with the blue out, and also the tan is very, but the tan, sorry, not the tan, the cream looks very nice. I prefer the cream. So it's cream carpets with cream seats in them, and they look very nice. Then you got the Hannah reds. The Hannah reds came with black interior as well as the cream interiors. So this is where it gets confusing. This is actually second row. So, and then the black cars came with black, and I think they came with the navy blue as well. So I'm yet to see a black vehicle. I've always seen them in pictures, but I've never driven one. I've never worked on one. We actually don't have one that we're restoring. We've only got whites. We've got 2 ice whites. We've got 1, 2, or a couple of Aero silvers, and we've got 2 Hannah reds as well. But I'm yet to work on the black one. So here she is here. Everything works. Your check lights all work. Your fuel consumption works. Your temperature works. You're gonna see the fans are gonna start coming in now, and the car will actually develop a mist. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give it a quick squeeze. So I'm not gonna pull it through. But these motors are very torquey. They produced 145 kilowatts, but the torque was tremendous. It's obviously the big 6, the big displacement motors. The torque came in very low as to the M20s that were much higher revving motors. So on the tribute vehicle, that motor was basically built as to the 3.2 motor, right? So again, a lot of guys will come and talk to you and say there's forged crankshafts. I'm just gonna squeeze it a bit. So there's only make power to 5,500. So don't overrev it. They're nice. Don't overrev them. Don't rev them. Don't try and get them to rev to 6.5 or 6 to get they'll cut off. I'm not even sure where they'll cut off. But if you look at the dynographs of them, they only make power till 5,500 RPM or 5,700 RPM. So as I was saying to you, as to the M20s like to rev. So yes, they make torque, but they make a lot of mid-range torque between I think 3,000 upwards or 3,500 upwards. That's a happy guy. These guys here, these M30s. So wheel torque, we made about 240 newtons on a very stingy dyno from 2,200 RPM. So that is a lot of torque. It's a crap lot of torque. Meaning you can pull away in second gear effortlessly. You can take corners or turn into streets in third gear effortlessly. So here's a clean example. But you can hear this car's got a bit of a bubble. Another thing is this car was tuned up in Durban. So the atmospheric pressure at the coast as to up here in Joburg is totally different. So this car's got to get tuned again. This car is fairly original, right? But there's a couple of things that's been done. So they've recovered the seats. It's not done to the best, but it's still comfy. Just the color, I'm not too happy with the colors obviously. So you'll hear with the fan on out, and this car will want to cut off. So we've got a seat for that as well in both of them. Then you'll see this vehicle has got the aircon function here. The others don't come with it. So the power steering cars won't come with that function. Some of them will also come with an ABS sticker here. Not everybody knows if they came out that way, if they didn't come out that way. There's also some discrepancies on the rear aprons where the opening for the exhaust pipes were a bit wider and a bit shorter. This one's got it a bit wider. The rest of the cars that got there are all a bit shorter. So Marek, who is the chief judge at Conquest this year, he's got a lot of information on these vehicles. He was part and parcel of the build back then. And I'm going to pick his brain, and I will educate my viewers, educate all the viewers as to as much as I learn on these vehicles and so on. We've been privileged to work on 7 cars. We're restoring a couple of we're restoring a couple of, and a lot of people, some people haven't even seen a triple three, and yet we see it. It was back into second, but the gears are close. But anyway, there's a lot of people that haven't seen a triple three, and yet we are privileged to have rebuilt and restored vehicles where we're touching every nut and bolt. So we actually able to see what size is your piston caliper, your calipers, pistons, seal size, for example. That's how far we're able to go into it. There's a lot of things. So your wiring of your vent gauge, we're able to go into that. We're able to tell you how the control unit works, and we've been privileged to learn this here. And this is why I hold the triple three so close to my heart, because it's not a lot of people can talk about it. Not a lot of everybody's driven an IS. Everybody's at some point in their life have sat in an IS. How many people have actually sat in the triple threes? So you'll see, we don't get a lot of attention because it's not an IS. But to those who know these cars, it's a truck. Finishing car, it's a truck. So let me take you through the vent gauge quickly. So this here, the vent gauge is the sensors backup, right? So there are video sensors and you can't get them anywhere. A lot of people don't even know where to start looking for them. Sorry, this accelerator cable is very sticky. So anyway, your vent gauge consists of two temperature sensors. It consists of your vacuum, it's reading vacuum from the intake, and oil pressure. So draft temperature, engine temperature, this is oil temperatures here. It's got your vacuum. I don't know why BM actually wanted to give it a vacuum reading on an aspirated motor. Anyway, it's got vacuum reading here, and it's got a oil pressure reading. I'm not 100% sure that these are calibrated, and I'm going to be honest, these readings don't look right. The oil pressure, the oil temperature, the engine reading looks correct. The DUF reading doesn't look right, and the oil pressure reading doesn't look right. So the oil pressure should be at about 6.5 bar. So you could hear there, we're driving past some girls and then they're screaming. I don't think they're screaming here at the triple three, they're screaming here at the box shape. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it was fruitful to you. Please interact with us. Let us know what you think of it. If there's any questions on the triple threes, I can try and answer as far as I can for you, as far as my knowledge goes. If I don't know, I'll try and find out for you and respond to you. But I would like to carry on with, let's call it the season. Let's call it the triple three season. I would like to carry on with the season and go through whichever numbers that come through that I can get my hands on. I would like to do a feature on that vehicle for you, because each vehicle is different. We know that this is a survival vehicle. This is one of the survival cars. Yes, it's got minimal work done to it. We know that number six is a, how do you call it? We're trying to revive number 6. We're trying to, yeah, exactly that. We're trying to bring the car back to life. So that's what we are trying to do, is bring them back to life. It's not just another build. We want to try and get as many numbers of the trips, and let's hope later we can move on to the other series of BMWs and try and bring them to life and get them back on the road. Get people, they must stop being garage queens. Let people use them. So anyway guys, thanks to my daughter. She's my videographer here today, and she's also learning about the trips. So she actually read up on it today, and she was very shocked about 204 made, and we've got number 2 with us. We're able to drive number 2. Car doesn't belong to me, it belongs to a client of mine. He's a very lucky man, and I think it's going to get sold forward to one of my good customers, and I know he's going to be a very lucky guy to keep the car. Again guys, like, subscribe and share our channel. I hope you enjoy the content. Interact with me, let me know how I can help you, or what you'd like to see later, and enjoy.